Hello everyone, welcome back to an episode of my MineCraft Let's Play. As always, this is Martin. We're out on the build site for the village today. We've got a little platform set up with our entry and exit point here so we can swim on up. And I've got my materials here. We're going to be making the thing out of sandstone primarily. So we're going to need to make a sort of a shape for the village to sit within, and I'd rather like this to be a bit like a floating rock island. I don't really want it to be vertical straight down to the seabed. I'd like it to be sort of like I'd always imagined volcano islands were. For some reason when I was a child I always thought that volcano islands were just always floating because the lava would sit on top of the water, turn into basalt, is that right? And then that would generate an island. So I'm going to be building something similar to that. So we're going to be roaming around this sort of, that's probably a good distance, isn't it, from the centre? That's roughly going to be the centre, and I don't want to go too far that way, but I'm going to go ahead and start working out an interesting shape here. I have no idea what I'm actually going to do. I'm just going to sort of create a island shape to start with, and I'll of course resume once I've finished that. Okay, there we go, so that's the border roughly completed. I just went around and sort of random arrangement of blocks and then in curves and dents inwards, and it looks quite cool. Does look like a giant blob though. Actually, you know what, that's sort of, it's difficult to sort of get the whole image without this block I'm suddenly on getting in the way, but that sort of looks like Australia. Or at least that's what, yeah, maybe. And then New Zealand would be where? Roughly over there. Huh. It's quite cool. There's probably not any resemblance to Australia, but that's what it looks like from where I'm sitting. Right, so down we go. Oh dear, this is not good. I'm definitely expecting this sort of block lag, and yeah. And now I'm trapped. Okay, just going to relog. Right, a few minutes and plenty of relogging later, we've got back down again, and as I said just a moment ago, I want to get this place looking like sort of a floating island, self-supported. So I'm going to do a technique with getting all of this water hollowed out, and to do that I'm going to be doing this. What I'm going to do, I'm going to run a layer of dirt around. Actually no, I'm not. How shall I do this? What material do I want to use? Yeah, let's go with dirt. I'm just going to run a layer of dirt around the inside of this ring here, and then I'm going to place sandstone on the underside of that. So that will leave us with a contained pond of water, which we can then remove. Alright, so this is where we are so far. I think it's working quite well. Got it 2 layers down into the ocean now, and from the outside it looks like that, which is pretty much exactly what I wanted it to look like. I think it works quite well. But now we've got to get rid of the water, and for that I've got my own special trick. It's not really special, but I like using it. So up here, the reason I put this on a pillar is because this whole platform is going to get raised up. So this is going to be 1 or 2 blocks above the ground level once we're finished, as opposed to 5 or so at the moment. Ender chest. And in the ender chest we have some of our stuff. But what we need at the moment is the lava, because we're going to be using this to turn the water into dirt, not into dirt, into stone. And we do that by place a block, it'll spread, and as it touches the water it literally turns into lava. So this is, ironically enough, that's how I imagined volcanic islands would be originally. And just to fill you in on that, that was because I went to Lanzarote a lot as a child, and so Lanzarote is a volcanic island, and that's how I'd always assumed they were. Now of course I know that's not the case. So anyway, we run around like this, not setting ourselves on fire like that. That was rookie. Let's get rid of that. I've got lots just in case I make a mess or anything, like I say. Oh dear, that was a mess. In case I place it in the water and it just turns to obsidian straight away. And we just simply run back and forward with all the lava, and it will dissipate over the course of the next 5 minutes, and we can carry on filling all this in. Of course, once we have filled it all in, we're going to need to mine it out, and then again repeat the process on the layer below, which is going to take time, but I have plenty of that at the moment. So I'm going to go and carry on with this. Basically, once we've done one layer like that, you can then place on the furthest point it reached to, and it will spread out even further, like so. What? There we go. So yeah, repeating the process again and again for all the different edges, and I'll be back once I've filled in the first layer.
Okay, so I've been working a lot on the islands and I've been doing a lot of digging, and so our pickaxes are shredded, so we're going to get some new ones. We've already done these two, so 2 fortune pickaxes, one with efficiency and one with also unbreaking. Now we're going to do another pickaxe, see what it is. Hoping for at least some form of unbreaking on that, but that'll do. We can do a bow as well, because the one we've got has got about 10% of its uses left. So I'm gonna get on with that, and I'll be back shortly.
Right, so here goes level 30 on the bow. Here we go. What is it? Meh. Yeah, fine then. Alright, okay, right, so I'm going to get back to it now, and I'll show you progress once I've got some. Alright, there we go, so that's the island finished. It's not as tall as I thought it would be originally, so that's still floating up in the air at the moment. Originally I had it going up to 2 blocks higher than it is now, and it's gone through many iterations where I've been just playing around with different heights, and this has got to 1. So I've got to 1 now, which I quite like. Got that little centre cleared out for something I plan to do in a moment, and it's a layer of grass on top. You may be wondering why this is all grass so quickly. I originally started off with a bridge of grass coming across from the mainland, but I was doing some more enchanting off camera, and I got this guy. That's good, isn't it? So I was able to yoink some grass and speed up the whole process. So it's almost completely done apart from that one patch there. So it's a layer of grass, 3 layers of stone, and then a space of 2, and then the bottom layer. And that'll become apparent later on when it comes to
the mechanisms in this village. And if we go over here, nope, can't sprint, and off we go. That looks quite cool. Just the whole floating landmass, that looks quite cool. So I'm happy with that. And I've also got smooth sandstone on the top layer and a regular for the rest. Right, oh dear, up we go. Right, so we're going to now do the centerpiece, but first of all we need to find out which way is north. And apparently clouds head north, but I'm not too sure about that, so we're going to go test it. Nope, not that chest. This is the chest we need, so we need 4 iron and a redstone, and we're going to need this. Compass. Right, so yes, that is north. You don't actually need to hold it in your hand to be able to see which direction it's pointing. It will operate in the hotbar or in the inventory even. So anyway, right, that's north. Now this is going to be the centerpiece for the village. This is going to be sort of the town square, but a circle. Now, I'll give you a clue. These are the materials we're building it out of. I wonder if you can see what's significant about those colours. How about I give you another clue? Right, yes, so we're going to be building the chicken face in the town. Now, if that's north, we're going to be coming from this way, so we need it like this. So that. That's right, isn't it? Just getting the 4 corners done first, because it's an 8x8 square. No, that's not right either. Like that. Okay, that's more like it. And if we're going to be coming from this direction, we're going to be walking in, and we're going to see it like so. So if we, the red there, the, nope, that's a misplace. The yellow along here. Now, hang on a second, let me just... Does it? Yes, it... No. Wait. I know this goes here, the eyes. So we've got the black wool with grey, and repeat the process over here. Something's not right. Where should this one be going? Oh, wait, hang on a second. Does it? Well, that doesn't make any sense. Oh wait, hang on, there's also this bit up here. Like that. And... I think it's like that. It's either one of those directions up top. I'll give me a second to check. Okay, so it's not actually that way either. It's like
this. Take out those. Take out those two. Swap them round. And then swap these two round as well. Ta-da! There we go. That's the centerpiece of our village. And then we've got the blue wool here to go around the outside with it. Like this. Now I want to sort of get the villagers at least onto this island at some point today. So I'm going to go over and get them shortly, but first we're going to need to get the walls so they don't wander off the island and into the ocean. So we're going to need fences. Unfortunately, we have plenty. Perfect, excellent, okay, that's that done. And fences. Not in there. Are they in here? Yes they are. Should run around the outside with all of these. Right, I'll get on with this and I'll be back in a moment. Okay, so that's all the fences up and in place, and now we're going to start off with the pathways for the village, and for that I've brought over some red brick, and that's going to go like this, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Just trying to work out what the spacing needs to be for these lighting units I'm planning. Go to there. Wall of okay. So it's going to be like this. I think. Not sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think it needs to be 6 spacing for each of them. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that would be the next lighting unit. Right, so you're probably wondering what these lighting units are which I'm talking about, and let's go build one now. I need to remove all this temporarily, and it is essentially a double block swapper. I'm going to need some other blocks as indicators. Let's take some of those. That will work. Okay. One, 2, 3, 4. Yes, that is right. Okay, right, so oh dear. Done. Hang on a second, let me just get this repaired. Get some smooth stone blocks back and fill this in. So for each unit it needs to have a hollowed out section of 5, I believe 5 by 4. Like so. And then punch 2 holes there, and put an indicator block, and then another one there. Is it getting dark? Yes it is. There, and there. Torches, like so. Redstone dust. And you know what, I'm going to have to quickly abort and go sleep because I don't want to get creeped on. Right, where were we? There's 2 redstone dust on each end, the redstone torches, and then what goes next? Repeaters. Repeaters need to go there and there, and also torches need to go there and there. Now, that's the centre, isn't it? Up that way? Yes, so we want it to be spreading. Oh, actually, you know what? It doesn't matter. Piston. Let's go there and there. And before actually I do that, I need to remove that redstone, because we also need pistons on those 2 as well, and we can't get all this all working if both pistons are out simultaneously. Okay, so those are all in place, and then we have 2 more pistons here and here. Now, the tricky bit. Jump across here, punch out that, and that, and we want the glowstone lamp there and there, and then our replacement block, which is going to be the stone brick there and there. Now if we power these, that's now powered, and that's powered. Those back 2 are powered. We can now cover this over. Like so. Now, if we trigger a change in that, the lamp will go down and the brick will come up. Now, you're probably thinking that's pretty useless considering these lights are off. And it probably is, but underneath, underneath this, sorry, either underneath this block or on the side of this block right there, I'm going to be placing a lever just to power that block, which will then power the light, and that'll make it light up as soon as it rises up. So again, on this one here, and the reason I got them spaced 6 apart from each other is because when you have to do junctions, if you have 5, it's not even, and the units, for example, if there was a, where is it, another unit, light unit there going those 2, and I want another path to come off this way, if it was 5, it would be closer on one side than the other side. So this just ensures there's 1, 2, 1, 2 on either side. Okay, and again just cutting out the boxes for these to go in. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do at all. Okay, and again, indicator blocks for the presence of redstone. The reason these ones go in the floor here is so that when I'm working, and that chamber is for linking all these mechanisms up together, and so I can invert all of them by placing torches underneath them, and it will therefore be able to switch them all on or all off at once. And so it makes it much easier when working down there if I can see which blocks above have power on them. Okay, and yes, again, piston on this one with the block.
No, that's gone weird. Okay, quickly punch out those two. And yes, actually we can place the redstone on those because that will pop outwards. Yes, that's right. Then we can engage these. Cover this up on, where is it, this side. Lighting our blue wool, and then the dirt to cover over these holes. So that is essentially each of these units. That's going to make it very light in this area. Once we get them all active at once, during night time we'll be able to switch them on, and then they'll keep the villagers safe. Right, so I'm going to get on with this. Get on with this rather. And one other thing before we do that, where is it? Yes, rails. We're going to go and fetch the actual villagers now. So to do that we're going to need some of this, because this is dispensable at the moment. Grab the tracks, get some iron and make some mine carts. Okay, we don't need the redstone with us at the moment. Okay, we've got a bed over at the village, so we're okay for lighting. And daylight, rather. Now we want to do the most direct route to get there and back. So I'm thinking straight across that way and then turn right. That's what I was hoping I wouldn't do. This pickaxe is way too strong for its own good. Okay, and so the damage begins. That's a lot of damage. Wow. Yikes. Place that there. Quickly get that into the place. This is not going well. You know what? That's not going to plan. There we go. So this track is going to run all the way over to the village, which is about 200 blocks in one direction and then maybe 110 or so in the other direction, so it's well out of the way. Although the only villagers there are the default farmer villagers, so I'm not sure if they're going to be able to breed and create the many different villagers we need for this. Okay, so the rail is in place and we're ready to break in here and release these guys. This could go probably wrong. I don't know, how do we do this? We're going to create a little maybe place so they can't get out. So we're nudging these guys backwards. That's a stair block, isn't it? We need to get rid of that. And then rails on there and there. Okay, I think we've got this. Ta-da! Okay. So now we just need to get this guy up here as well. We don't want it running out that end. Going to like, come on, let me get that block. That's more like it.
and that, and that. Another minecart. Okay, so he's in. And now we just need to move these guys. Okay, here we go. They're on their way. They seem impressed by that. Thinking, what has he done with our village? This is going quite well, actually. What's happening? Uh-oh. Uh-oh, what's happened? Are they still... Please tell me they're still in there. Please tell me it's just a graphical glitch. Please. Come on, come on. Almost. Tap those two out. Closed up. What? What? No, 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 that's not fair. What happened to the villagers? Oh! Huh? Okay. Not all doom and gloom then. Hello, welcome to your new home. Right, so now that these guys are in position, we need to create them a little home, or at least a shelter for the coming night, and somewhere we can lock them in without them running away. I don't want them running down that hole. So we need a door to lure them with. Right, and a little cobblestone house for them. I'm hoping this will work. I don't really have a backup plan at the moment, unless it will just involve stuffing them back into the minecarts and trapping them in here. Okay. And light up the inside so it doesn't spawn the nasties. And need to get them. Oh dear. Please come on, hurry up. Your home is this way. Oh, if these guys get killed, this is not good. Get in it. Go. Good. No. What? How am I? I'm in the same minecart as a villager. What on earth? Okay. Yes, sure, whatever. Just get in there.
Go on, go in. Thank goodness. Right, okay, they're safe. Phew. Right, now time for me to get safe. Oh dear. Spider. Spider. Excellent. Success. Right, so we have our village and we have our villagers. Now we just need to work on this lighting and then we'll get some buildings in here. So I'm going to crack on with that. Okay, there we go. So that's the village from this angle here. Again, looks quite impressive. That there is the extension pipe of the well. That's going to be the access in and out. The plan is, with the main hub being over in the plains biome just over there, it's going to have an underground network and it'll connect into there and be able to access through that way. So anyway, I'm going to get on with doing the rest of the redstone in there, and we're going to do the wiring up of the units. I'm going to connect them all together next week. But for now, we're running short on time, so I'm going to have to end the episode here. But thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.